Hey, welcome back. All right, in this video, we are going to review Forex and scams. So the question here is Forex a scam? Also, as retail traders, we face some of the biggest disadvantages in the Forex market as a retail trader. So why is this? Is it because the Forex market is truly a scam? Is the market rigged? So we're going to address all of those questions, including the best way to trade with all the scamish activity that's taking place in the Forex market. First reason why the foreign exchange market is scamish is because the major players that make up and that operate and deal in the Forex market actually manipulate the market. And it happens if you go back through Google and you just type in the years starting at 2013, you will notice consistently that there is some type of scamish and manipulative behavior taking place in the Forex market. So here's a article from USA Today that shows Banks was fined $4.3 billion in the foreign exchange probe. So this is back from 2014. And if you look and see who the banks are, these are major banks. So it's JP Morgan Chase, Citigroup, HSBC, Bank of America, USBC. These are major players in the financial industry. And they are manipulating the Forex market. And this was, they just so happened to get caught at this point, but who knows if they're still, manipulating the market behind the scenes. Also, who knows if these are the only players. These were the only ones that actually got caught. And I'm sure if this is a collective total amongst these huge banks that, they probably made way more money than what they have to pay out in fines. So, they probably would just rather take the hit. It's all an investment. You take the hit, you take $1 billion hit to make $10 billion or whatever. So that's the first reason. The second thing is the Forex brokers. All right. So if we flip over here to this article, Forex brokers, there is a FXCM, for example. They were banned in the United States for scamming their customers or their clients. They were trading against their own clients. All right, so we know a lot of people in the stock market or brokers in the stock market do the same thing, but this takes place in a market that's already not really. The market isn't transparent. No market is truly transparent, but this market is not transparent. There's no level 2 quotes. So, for example, with the stock market, you can see players, even though they try to keep it unanimous, but you can see the big players putting on positions. They may try to fake you out by putting on a large position or a pending order and then pulling the order, but you can still see though that level 2 information. With Forex, there's nothing like that. So the market is not transparent at all. It doesn't give the retail trader very much to go on aside from the information they receive from their broker. And as we see right here, the broker can't really be trusted, right? So the other thing, now the Forex market, let me just clarify. The foreign exchange market in itself is necessary. All right, there has to be a means to exchange currency, one currency for another, and that truly is the foreign exchange market. But with so much just so much terrible and scamish things going on out there. It's hard to not even look at the whole market as a scam. So that's what gives the Forex market a bad rap. These are the major players. So the banks, the brokers, and then you have the retail traders. They're trading against the retail traders and everybody else who's not with them. And then you have the retail traders forming certain groups, pyramid schemes, just to take money from other people to teach them how to trade when they can't. Half of them can't trade themselves. So it's pretty ridiculous. Here's this is from the SEC's website, a definition of a Ponzi scheme. And they're basically alerting investors to what a Ponzi scheme is. And they're saying a Ponzi scheme is an investment scam that involves the payment or purported returns of existing investors. So basically, they take in money and then they're paying out a small amount of money to the people as if they're truly making money when they're not. They're just using the new money that they're receiving, which is what is explained here. A perfect example of this, and I actually got wrapped up into one of these. Here's an email from USI Tech. Now this was a cryptocurrency company. It was a pyramid type based thing or whatever, but you didn't have to really recruit anybody. You purchased these Bitcoin packages. So basically, you purchased Bitcoin, a certain amount of Bitcoin, you sent it to the company, and then you earned an interest on the amount of Bitcoin that you purchased. So basically, you purchase Bitcoin, you turn those Bitcoins into packages, and depending on how many packages you had, that determined how much interest or the return that you receive back. So of course, here I am. Now this email is from, I went and pulled this from my inbox. This is from 2017, November 1st, 2017. And I think this is shortly before it crashed, the company crashed. But so basically, you see here, I purchased 2 packages and earned Bitcoin. And of course, at the time, if you go back and look, Bitcoin, I think this is when Bitcoin was actually surging. All right, so it was shooting up. So what eventually happened is they claimed the state of Texas, something happened in the state of Texas, and they had to, get shut down, and mysteriously the company had to cease all operations, which of course included seizing the return of people's money. So it turns out the company was just extremely, just basically a scam. I mean, it was probably a Ponzi scheme the whole time. I did not get out quick enough. I did, I believe, get at least the small amount of money I put into the company. And the reason why I didn't take it all out, because you don't take the money out. They always have some type of mechanism to try to keep you from taking your money out. They want you to keep your money with them, because if they paid everybody out in this scheme or scam, then they wouldn't make any money. The scam could not continue. So they had these packages that you purchase, you hold it, and all this stuff. Then they had timelines in there, anything that make you keep your money inside of the company. So anyway, that was one of the cryptocurrency scams, but or virtual currencies as they call it. But even with the currency market, with the currency pairs, there's companies out there who say, okay, you pay money into the company, we'll teach you how to trade, and then they basically take information from a website like babypips.com or some free information, and then try to just get you to pay $200 or $100 a month. So with all of that, and these companies are network marketing companies, a lot of them are huge, and then the ones that you see pop up and go out of business, they go out of business because the SEC get onto them about being a Ponzi scheme, because you're bringing in money and the company is not really generating or doing anything to make money. It's just a big recruiting scheme, and the only way they can pay out the other people is by bringing in new people or having people recruit. So they just push recruiting, but they don't really have a true product that's really making any money. So it's, you have scams all the way from the big banks, the major players, from the brokers, from the retail traders joining these multi-level marketing schemes. So it gives the entire industry just a terrible rap. So how do we combat all of this negative information, all of the brokers that try to scam us, the banks that's manipulating the market? One of the ways that we can do that is by trading with the trend. And I know this may sound very simple, but trading with the trend and trading with the news, following the big news events. So for example, we wait until the news gets ready to hit, the high volume news, and then if the news lines up with the current trend, we mark our support and resistance line, and then we would normally trade to the closest support or resistance level, depends on which way the market is going. So if someone is not watching the news and going off of pure technicals, as you can see, brokers and the large players manipulate the market. So you can't really trust what you see when it comes to just the normal technical analysis. So I know if you look on IG, there will be tons of people out there, and what they'll do is they'll flash, like all of these rich forex traders on Instagram. They'll flash these cars. I even seen someone go as far as taking pictures and doing a photo shoot with a jet company. All right, so meaning they're not even flying on the private jet. They set up a photo shoot with this company and pay a couple of $100, and here they are taking pictures and doing ads and all this stuff, sitting in a jet and posting this stuff on Instagram. So it's, I mean, it's ridiculous. But um, look at these guys. I mean, most of these guys are, they're not making any money with Forex. They're taking these pictures like they really got money, eating fancy meals, and and it's just a complete joke. So the most important thing to remember when trading, in my opinion, okay, in my opinion, is to trade with the news, trade the news. Also, mark your support and resistance levels and try to trade with the trend when you can. So that is my advice, and that is the video, and thank you guys for watching. And please be sure to subscribe, because we are going to go through, and in future videos we're going to test out and look at this right here. Now notice that, let me show you this real quick. What these banks were doing, they were manipulating the market at certain periods. So rates up or down at daily 4 p.m. London time. So we're going to look at certain time periods, and in the next video we're going to make, or maybe the next video after the next, we will do an experiment to see if we jump in at a certain period and a certain time. And you can go back and look at this on your own. If we jump in at a certain period, at let's just say the London session, could we trade in the opposite direction for a certain number of pips and make a profit? So basically, the London session starts, the market seems